that time of week once again. It's time to grab your helmet, settle in and pull those belts tight, because it doesn't matter if you have 4 wheels or maybe it's just 2. If you love the thrill of going fast, whether it's at the half mile at New Smyrna, the smaller track at Orlando Speedworld, or even the dirt at Volusia Speedway Park, the next 30 minutes are for you. Get up on the wheel. It's time for Race Week.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Race Week. I'm Buddy Pittman. Glad to have you along with us this week, along with my co-host and road racing specialist, Glenn Deemer.
Who knew? Thanks, buddy. Glad to be here. Glad that you could all join us again. And do you like the new casual look? I kind of like the new duds a little bit.
Yeah, kind of nice and free.
Sure, yeah. Besides, I was rotating 2 neckties anyway, and this way, not only are we more casual, but we can help change the transmission when we get out of here. Now, coming up on the new and sportier-looking race week, the super late models are back at Orlando Speedworld. It's the latest on the Fast Car Series after taking a couple of weeks off.
And we'll also be stopping at New Smyrna, where we had a doubleheader of sorts this past weekend. The late models were back on the asphalt, and the Southern Sportsmen were also taking center stage. Both features 50 lappers.
Sounds good. And, of course, we'll check in on the action at Volusia Speedway Park. Now, the folks there have always put on a great show. Now we find out that they are being rewarded for their efforts. We'll have more on that. And, of course, the latest on the segment that has tongues wagging everywhere. Mostly his. That was a joke. That can be none other than Steve Young and Racing 101.
So let's get the engines up to speed and head right out to Orlando Speedworld. You know, they had to postpone last week's super late model feature. No such interference this week. Along with the rest of the racers, they rolled into the track in Bithlow for the Sunoco Sunbelt Super Late Models 125, the main feature of the night. The crowd got a good look at the drivers before the main feature got started. 18 cars took the green, with the black 84 of Matt Bowers on the pole and the red 12 of Justin Drawdy right next to him as they were off and racing for 125 laps. Now, early in the race, Brian Finney in the 80 gets some damage, and there is some tire rub. It slowed him down enough to get right in the way. He loops it around out of turn 4. Dusty Cornelius just misses him. Now, after the restart, the leaders come up on some lap traffic. The view here from our race week onboard camera with the leader, Matt Bowers. But watch what happens. Justin Drawdy takes the outside line, uses a lap car to block, and zips past Bowers for the lead. Now, back in the pack, the cars are starting to bunch up. The 68 of Russ Shaw's in the wrong place, and he gets punted in the front stretch, but he is able to keep on going. After the restart, it's the black 22 of Cornelius, and just as the camera starts to move away, he taps the 53 of Brad Bischoff. That brought out yet another yellow. Yellow was indeed a popular color in this race. Here is number 7 coming out behind the leaders. The 68 of Russ Shaw smacked the wall pretty hard as his car limps around the back stretch before coming to rest in turns 3 and 4. He was done for the night. It was a busy evening for Dusty Cornelius. This time he is on the receiving end, courtesy of the number 12 of Corey Freed. Both were okay, and both continued. Then it was the black number 1 of Thane Skinner and the number 14 of Travis Towell. They both go sliding into the wall. Major damage to both machines, but it was Towell who was really hot in this one. He hops out of the car and none too happy. He would sprint off the track and try to catch up with Skinner in the garage area. It would take quite a while, though, folks, for cooler heads to prevail in this one. Meanwhile, back to the racing. After the restart, Matt Bowers gets the run on the leader, does the crossover, going low, and gets his nose under the 12. He would eventually make the move for the lead. But with the laps winding down, Drawdy decides it's time for him to make his move. He tries to go low through turns 1 and 2, cannot complete the pass, but instead sends Bowers spinning around. In the process, Jeremy Colangelo has nowhere to go. Ouch, that has got to hurt. Wonder what that one looked like from the driver's perspective. Well, here we go with the onboard camera with Bowers. Not a comfortable feeling at all, folks. During the caution, Bowers went back to the lead. Drawdy was sent to the rear of the field for starting that mishap, and it's a green-white checker finish. Matt Bowers held on and wins the Sunoco Sunbelt 125 for the super late model.
Oh yeah, my confidence has shot up a lot from here. I can remember before this race, man. I was getting sick. I was so nervous starting on the pole like that and all the pressure that was on me. But getting the first one, this just builds my confidence tremendously. And we'll put this Skybolt Monte Carlo in victory lane again.
Here's your leaderboard in this one. Coming in second to Bowers was Tim Russell. Third, Jeremy Colangelo, busted up car and all. And fourth goes to David Rogers.
To the Sportsman Division, Derek Wood in the orange